I really don't have any idea what to expect from season 3, so I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, all right. I didn't want to go into the season 3 screen until I was ready to go. Okay. Here we go. A new frontier. As the world falls apart, Javier Garcia fights to keep his family together while Clementine searches for the last person she has left. So I'm pretty curious about this because, I don't know nothing about it either. Wow, you're gonna have to forgive me if I'm speaking nonsense today. I don't even know what's coming out of my mouth. That was a sentence that I don't know why I said it like that, but anyway. It seems like this new character, Javier, I don't know if we're going to be playing as him. I don't know if we'll play as him and Clementine, or just as him, or just as Clementine, or how any of this is going to go. I know that some time is going to pass because we get an older version of Clementine. That's all I know about it. Okay, there is full disclosure. There is one thing I know that might happen this season, might happen next season, but not sure. I think that Clementine has a male and a female love interest. So that might happen in this season. I'm not sure though. I have made sure not to look up anything, but I've seen her in LGBT character lists and things like that. And I think that came up. So perhaps we shall have some sexuality discourse in the near future, because we've talked about this a bit on the channel, right? Like how a character being mechanically bisexual is something that is quite complex, and it's not necessarily a straightforward case of reading that character as bisexual, because sometimes it is, this person likes both men and women or people of all genders, and they're genuinely interested in one or both of these people, or in other men and women, and that sometimes is the case. Sometimes it feels like more of a compulsory heterosexuality situation, right? Like with Max and Life is Strange, we talked about that in the remastered stream. Is she really interested in Warren, or does it feel like the text is telling us that this is something that's being kind of pushed on her, etc., etc. So I am aware, I think, that she has a male and female love interest. We're gonna see how that goes down, and we're gonna talk about it as we go. Bi queen and or compet queen. Exactly. Got my compet lesbian radar locked and loaded. Well, I'm glad you're here, Charlotte, because if any romance stuff does go down today, although I'm assuming the first episode or two might be a bit early for that to happen, but if it does, then we have our prime fucking lesbian radar in the chat today. Game Assist's lesbian whisperer is here. Game Assist's lesbian and Game Assist's lesbian whisperer in the chat. Okay. Alright, guys. And I know that so there's a bit of aging up, but I think she's still a teenager in this. So I think a lot of the discourse around childhood and adulthood and kind of the oppression of children and things like that might still be very, very relevant today. But there's only one way to find out, right? Let's go to the game menu. Look, I come out with non-sentences even when I'm not feeling like shit. Yeah, fair enough. I appreciate you guys trying to make me feel better. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is stylized very differently, I feel like. I mean, the visuals are not. It's very much that comic book visual style that we have from the previous 2 seasons, but like the font and the menu feel stylized a bit differently, which is interesting. Okay, save files, controls. I'm assuming this is going to be, yeah, pretty similar to the previous 2. Audio and video. Let me know how audio levels are, by the way, because I watched back like a little bit of my Michonne stream just to make sure that it was working okay, and I felt like the game volume was maybe a little bit quiet, but not sure. So let me know what you think. Display subtitles. Oh, you can change subtitle size, which is nice, but we still don't really have the option to put in a subtitle background, which again is a shame for accessibility, as well as like directional arrows to show where the voice is coming from, and to indicate who is speaking. So that's still not been added yet. There's a bit in The Force Awakens, which is a Star Wars film for people who don't know, where Maz Kanata is like, I'm no Jedi, but I know the Force, and that's how I feel about combat lesbians. Oh, you're so real for that. Extras? Your choices and credits. Oh, okay. Okay, well, what do we got here? Choose how to begin your story. The Walking Dead: A New Frontier can be started as a brand new story. Oh god, we got that fucking heart-wrenching motif, musical motif. Or as a continuation of the season 1 and 2 choices that you made. We're gonna continue our story, obviously. Would you like to import a save or recreate a backstory? Okay, this is really interesting, actually. I didn't think that we had this option for season 2. You can import a save or you can recreate. I assume that this is going to give you some kind of option to input decisions, like now, which is quite interesting. That kind of reminds me of, like, Dragon's Age Keep, if there are any Dragon Age players in the chat. But Dragon Age Keep is this website where essentially you can import your saves from the different Dragon Age games so that you can reload them into like later games and be like, this is the save that I'm importing. But you can actually make like tweaks or custom make things in there as well, which is quite interesting in terms of its implications on like choice and consequence and storytelling, but it is a thing that exists. So like, say I played Origins and I played Dragon Age 2 and I uploaded a save from one or both of those games, it would show me all of the decisions that I've made and what's happened to those characters, but I could actually edit that save a little bit, I think. I haven't been on it in a long time, but I was thinking I probably will soon because there's a new Dragon Age game coming soon. So I'm probably actually going to go back and replay some of those games. But anyway, rambling. That seems to be the recreate option, which is really interesting. Continue this story. Clem is at house with Jane, AJ, and the family. Yeah, so for anyone who was here for my playthrough of Season 2, Episode 5 was fucking insane, and I didn't tell Jane that I forgive her, but I did go with her, and Kenny is dead. So now Clem and Jane and AJ are together. AJ is the baby, Rebecca and Alvin's baby. Of course, Rebecca and Alvin are dead, so now Clementine is taking care of AJ. Clem, AJ, and Jane then returned to House, where they took in a family looking for shelter. Right, this has an impact as well, that's interesting. I got the ending where Clem leaves Jane and the final scene is oof. Like, she goes on her own, because that's an option. You can go with Jane, you can go with Kenny, or you can go on your own. You can go your own way. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna check those out at some point. I'm gonna check out the different choices and endings at some point. But not yet. So, yes, what I was gonna say is that in the ending that I got, where I'm with Jane, we return to Hal's, which is that old supermarket that Bill Carver had transferred into like a place for a community, a cult, I should say. And we went back there because we found some supplies there. And there was a family that was looking for shelter, and you can make the decision to turn them away or to accept them, and I accepted them. So that is where we left off. Yeah. it was a cult. Yeah. Maybe community is not the right word. Okay. So we have 5 episodes. Just like the previous games. No special episode or anything. This stylization is very different from the previous 2. Like the font and stuff. I actually don't know if I like it as much, but it was very of its time. And also, a positive is that it's a nice, readable sans serif font, as far as I can tell. So, positives and negatives. Okay, before we get into episode 1, just a reminder that we're still raising money for medical aid for Palestinians. So you might be able to see that bar at the top of my screen, which shows our Game Assist for Gaza fundraiser. We're currently at £1,692.87, which means that we're just about 57 pounds and 13 pence, maths, there we go, away from our goal of £1,750, which is exciting. Every little helps. We appreciate the donations. Medical Aid for Palestinians is doing really vital and important work getting medical aid to Palestinians. They do a lot of different kinds of work across Gaza and the West Bank, but in particular, of course, most of their efforts are focused on Gaza. So you can type in the command !Palestine if you want to bring up the fundraiser link. You can donate there, but you can also share that link outside of the stream as well if you want to kind of encourage other people to donate and help us hit that goal. When we reach our goal, we're going to do a giveaway, which is super exciting, and I think we finally finalized the giveaway bundle, which is great. So you will get a bundle that includes the awesome indie games Validate, Other Side, and Outcry, and Splatter. So that's a bundle of 4 indie games that you can get in our giveaway when we get to that goal, which is exciting. Very generously donated to us by the creators of those games in order to help us fundraise, which is really nice. And if, as ever, you're wondering why we're raising money for Palestine, of course there's kind of a humanitarian crisis going on in Gaza right now because of Israel's ongoing military assault, which has lasted 9-10 months now, which is absolutely fucking awful. The projected figure of deaths that came out this week is probably actually closer to 187,000. Of course, many months ago, the ability to kind of accurately record casualties diminished massively. So that number is a lot more realistic, which is yeah, I just can't even comprehend that loss of life. And with certain like personal things going on at the moment, I feel like that's really hitting me harder, even harder than it already was. But yes, if you would like to find out more, !BDS will pull up a link to the Boycott, Divestment and Sanctions website and the Decolonize Palestine website. Decolonize Palestine is a fantastic Palestinian-led resource where you can learn more about the Palestinian struggle and kind of bust Zionist myths. And the BDS website is, of course, to the BDS movement, which is an international movement to end Israeli occupation, apartheid, and settler colonialism. Its three key demands are the right of return for all Palestinian refugees to their homelands, the end to the military occupation of Gaza, the West Bank, and East Jerusalem, and equal rights for Palestinians living throughout the land of historic Palestine, from the river to the sea. And how we do this is by putting international pressure on Israel by essentially targeting the Israeli economy and withdrawing money, investment, funds, attention, anything that you can withdraw from Israel and the Israeli economy through boycotting, divestment, and sanctions. So the government imposing sanctions, we want to campaign for that to happen. Divesting funds from institutions, and as a consumer, boycotting institutions as well. That includes companies, cultural institutions, universities, etc., because all are complicit in this genocide, and in this 76-year genocide, actually. So yes, and of course, I've said this many times before, but always important to say that what is happening is not just a humanitarian crisis, it's a political crisis. And what we need is land back for Palestinians, who are an indigenous people living under settler colonialism. So yeah, that's the usual spiel, the usual reminder before we get into today's episode. Which, again, whenever we play The Walking Dead, I often find myself thinking about Palestinians who are living in very similar situations to the things that happen in this game. I think I missed a message in the chat, so I'm just going to go back. Sara, I gotta tell you, I was editing my Wicked Willow streams and I completely forgot you said, Tanya, your tits are huge, but your head is empty. And I cackled. What can I say? I'm just funny. Okay. Episode 1, Ties That Bind. When Javier and his family accidentally cross paths with a rival group, a simple misunderstanding quickly spirals out of control. Let's go. Oh, never mind. I was gonna have a sip of my tea. Adjust the slider so the logo is barely visible. Let's have it there. Yeah, as the game starts, let me know how sound levels are doing. Like whether the game is too quiet or too loud. Because I did turn it up a bit. This game series adapts to the choices you make. The story is tailored by how you play.
Time. Get over here.
Alright, I'll start packing up.
Now, Javi, you need to hurry. Look, I'm not giving you shit, okay? You weren't here when Dad was sick, okay? I get it, but you need to fucking be here when he goes.
I know. Alright, I'm just on my way.
Sorry, I'm gonna quickly see if I can make the subtitles larger.
David! It's David, hey!
Hey, David, I had to leave my car. Traffic's just, it's backed up for miles.
He's dead.
No. I tried.
You're a piece of shit. You know that? One time. Just the one goddamn time that you needed to be here.
I tried. Please, I tried.
Oh, you tried? You fucking tried?
Whoa. Okay.
Everyone's here. They've been here for days. And where the fuck were you? We're there, all around him. People who love him all around him. And he's scared. I'm seeing the panic in his eyes, and he's searching the room. ¿Dónde está Javier? ¿Dónde está mi hijo? I'm there, right beside him, holding his hand. Like a good son. And he doesn't even see me. He doesn't even see me because he's looking for you.
God, I'm already getting emotional.
You don't think there's a million places we'd rather be? You don't think we all had to make sacrifices?
Uncle Javi? Why are you fighting? I could hear you from inside. What's going on?
Just a misunderstanding between your uncle and me. Go inside, mijo. We'll be in a minute.
Gabe will remember that.
Go on. It's okay.
Inside. I should call someone. Pick up the body.
Yeah.
I love you, little brother. You know that, right? With everything going on.
Well, you got a pretty funny way of showing it.
David will remember that.
You think I was jealous of you?
No, I don't think anything.
Well, I was. For a long time. You've lost more than I'll ever have. But maybe something good can come out of all this. 'Cause we need you here. It's time to grow up. You can't run from this. Not anymore.
I know. You're right. I won't even argue. I'll be around more, honestly. You can count on it.
Huh? I want to believe that. I do.
Javi,
Kate.
I'm so sorry, Javi. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Let's go inside. Your mom needs you. What happened? Come on.
The graphics look a bit different. I don't know how to describe exactly. Like it's like the stylization is the same or similar, which is great. But I don't know, maybe it looks like a bit crisper, a bit more high def. Anyway, it's tricky because I don't know what this dynamic is yet.
Mama.
Ooh.
Where were you?
But I'm getting some ideas.
I tried. I'm so sorry.
He's gone, mijo. He's gone.
He's in a better place, Mama.
No. Uncle Hector's taking care of it.
What are the plans for the funeral?
David made arrangements with your father before he passed.
This seems to be before the zombie apocalypse.
No puedo conectarme. Dicen que no hay servicio.
Okay, but for some reason that text looks worse.
You thirsty, baby? You want some juice?
Grandpa's cup was empty.
You don't have to fill his cup up anymore, baby. Grandpa is sleeping.
No, Yaya. People's awake.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that was good. No, that was good. Oh, this is good.
Rafa, ¿cómo es esto posible?
Yeah.
Papa, stop!
Yeah, Charlotte, the grandpa zombie.
Papá, calma, soy yo, Javi. Estás en tu casa,
¿Qué estás
cálmate.
haciendo?
Él está loco, él atacó a Héctor.
Solamente está confundido.
Mamá.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Mama, you're gonna be okay. You'll be okay, Mom.
Help him!
David! I'm sorry, Papa.
We need to go. We need to get her to the hospital.
Let me look at it.
I love that.
Gabriel, where's your sister?
I love that Telltale's The Walking Dead really said you will not be playing as a white protagonist ever.
Keys are on the dash. Mama, get the kids. Meet at the hospital. Don't take the highway. It's blocked.
The camera movement is really hitting. Yeah.
I'll bring the van around.
Where's Mari?
I don't know.
Mija. Mariana! ¿Dónde estás? Mariana, we have to go. Yaya's hurt. Come on, honey. We have to go.
No!
Ooh, these like jump cuts are slapping as well.
No!
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
County General Hospital. I know the way.
Ah, yes, only in 500 days. That's true. You play as white people for like 2 minutes. Oh, that was good. No, that was good. I really liked that. That was good. Present day.
Tell me when it reaches the campfire.
I don't think I've seen this many. It's definitely growing.
Yeah, not a great sign.
Damn it. I left my water bottle. Her just got there.
Just under 4 hours. Come on. We should keep moving while the kids are asleep.
Yeah.
So, I assume that this is either his sister or his sister-in-law. I'm not really sure. But I guess we'll find out.
Looks like the herd is speeding up a little. I thought it was drifting southwest, but I'm not sure anymore.
Every time I think we should just bed down somewhere and wait for it to pass, I can't shake the thought of us getting caught in the middle of it. It just keeps coming. It's slow, but that almost makes it worse. Makes it feel like we're in control.
It'd definitely be nice to stop. We've been on the move a while now.
I don't know. It feels risky.
Kate will remember
Not
that.
if we find somewhere secure.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, are they gonna
They
end up
always
at
do.
how?
Hey, I'm gonna sneak a smoke.
I can't believe you found weed.
Are you kidding? People were probably growing this before they realized they needed food.
Just let her have her joint.
Relax. Mariana's got headphones on and Gabe is drooling. I think we're in the clear. You want some?
I'm driving, so
Nah, no thanks. One of us should be sober.
Don't judge
I'm not
me.
judging you. I'm really, really not. But I'm driving.
Oh, when I found out David had kids, I told him, I am not changing who I am around them. And when he proposed, I reminded him that I'm not exactly stepmother material.
Okay. Is it just Javi,
Case in
Kate,
point.
and the kids left?
He was reassuring, but
I'm not sure.
I could tell he was worried about it. I knew he'd try to get me to change. Or at least
I
he'd
think
hope that
so.
being around the kids more would change me, you know? I suppose it did.
If it helps, I think you're doing a fine job.
Don't be cheesy, all right? I'm not fishing for compliments.
Well, you caught one, all right? So, now what?
I used to talk shit about all those mothers who'd go on about raising their kids being the hardest thing in the world. Oof. Gabe's making me start to think they had a point. His mood swings are just... I don't know. Some days I just won't leave him by the side of the
That is a
road.
suspicious amount of coughing. I was thinking that.
I'm joking. Jesus. Obviously. Look, I love these kids, but I could do without Gabe reminding me I'm not his mother whenever he's pissed.
He's a teenager. Puberty, hormones. The second you start getting boners, the whole world starts to get dark.
What are you talking about? It sounds delightful compared to dealing with bloody underwear. Christ. I need to get laid. I realize that was an awkward transition. Sorry about that.
Come on, Kate. You know we can't do that.
Who said I meant with you?
His face. I know.
What's that smell?
I didn't really know what to say because I wasn't sure if they were like together or something.
We're smoking weed, Mariana. Well, at least Kate is. What? It's true.
I already know you guys do drugs.
That's a pretty severe way of phrasing it, Mariana. Don't tell Gabe.
He's the one who told me.
Oh my god. You're even smoking in the car now?
All right. Everyone roll the windows down before you all get contact high. We're about to make a supply stop.
This is a very interesting situation. Yeah, so David, it seems like David is dead or gone somehow as well. I also think that Kate is white, which is also a thing in terms of this dynamic. I'm just saying that, like, if I suddenly had a white stepmother, maybe I'd have a hard time dealing with that too. If it's present day, it must have been several years at this point. Yes, I think so. Yeah, almost certainly right.
You want a moment alone, Mari?
I'm praying I find a candy bar.
All right. What do we actually need?
A candy bar.
Need, Mariana, not want.
Really need a candy bar.
Pretty much everything. If it looks useful, let's use it.
All right. Well, let's start with some gas and move up from there.
The kids are way older. Yeah. Okay. Time for some QTEs.
Hey, where are you going?
Okay, that's cool. Have fun. Oh, Jesus. It never ends with him.
I hate when they fight like that. I really hate it. It's like all Gabe wants to do is argue. Doesn't matter what it's about.
Well, that makes two of us. But we're stuck with him, so... At least you have your headphones.
Yeah, but the batteries have been dead for a couple of weeks. I mostly wear them to fool you guys. It's easier to stay out of it that way.
You sneaky little... That's smart. That's pretty smart.
Be nice to find some dinner.
In a junkyard.
You never know. These past 4 years, people have been hoarding all kinds of shit in all kinds of places.
Oh, and Mari, if there's any trouble, you find one of these cars.
Yeah?
Lock yourself in and don't come out. Not even once it's quiet. And wait as long as you can.
Okay.
Good girl.
I'm very curious if we're going to be playing as Javi the whole time. 4 years, okay, yeah. Okay. So, we've got some very similar gameplay to the previous 2 seasons, but there's a bit more dimensional movement, if that makes sense. So, I can do, like, forward and backward, but I can also do right and left, which was a bit more difficult to do in the previous game, so that's quite interesting. 4 years, which makes Clem about 13 or 14 years old. That's right. It feels slightly less like walking through a comic book.
Nothing good left.
Yeah.
Someone picked it clean.
That's a good point, actually. I hadn't thought about it, but, like, the way that, like, the slightly more, like, right to left movement, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, horizontal movement was, like, moving through a comic book frame or something.
Just rotting bits of old rubber and tires.
That's very clever. I hadn't thought about that.
Most of the dashboard is torn out. Seats are gone. This thing's dead. Waste oil. No use to us.
I want to talk to Mariana. Want to get to know these characters a little bit better.
Hey, any luck, kiddo?
I need a pen. Or a pencil. Just something to write with.
A pen? Why are you looking for that?
There's just something I really want. I really need to do. And I need a pen for it. Last night I was thinking about this stupid story my mom used to tell me all the time before bed. I used to hate it. But then I realized I don't remember the ending. It was this goofy ending she thought was so funny and I thought was so dumb. I want to write down everything I can remember about everything. 'Cause if I forget and they're all gone, I'm kind of gone too. At least a little bit. I just think that might be kind of important.
That's a great idea, Mariana.
Oh boy. Having a lot of feelings about grief right now, so this is really a thing.
Oh, that's gross.
Poke? Maybe there's something in there. I don't know.
Okay. Now I'm sorry I did that.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I did it either, buddy. I thought maybe there was something in there.
You find anything?
I can't stop thinking about that herd. We get caught in it, and that's it. Peace, asshole. Can't charm your way out of that one. We'd be gone in seconds.
Hey, don't think about that. We're careful. We're smart. We'll stay ahead of them.
Luck runs out just as easily as gas. There's gonna be a last one, you know? A last tank of gas. Last piece of food. What if this place is empty? And the next? And the next?
We're not gonna let that happen. Okay?
Okay. I let it have its 5 minutes. I'm good.
Oh, Mariana, baby girl. Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's all of this is just a lot for a kid to deal with, isn't it? Oh, okay.
Once, this car made someone very happy.
Where?
Now it sits here, rotting away. Así es la vida.
Not gonna lie, I don't think smoking weed is helping her right now. You might be right. I'm glad I played Michonne before playing this, because otherwise I would have struggled with that, those arrow, prompts.
Ugh, not much. But every bit helps.
It's interesting because I understand why it's difficult, but shouldn't more people be trying to, like...
That could hold a lot of gas. Could be really handy if we stayed for a while.
Find a way to cultivate land to grow food on, because that's a thing that human beings can do. But it raises a lot of questions, especially as time goes by. You would think that some people would think about that as like the long-term solution to these problems. You have to like repurpose things to rebuild new housing and shelters with kind of like walls and gates, and then make sure that you're growing food, that you have a water source, and essentially just rebuild communities, right? It's definitely possible. But you're exactly right, Charlotte. The problem is that they're not working collectively. You're exactly right, yeah. And the other problem I was going to say, I think, is that under capitalism has created this system, especially, you know, in Turtle Island, or this other colony of the United States where this game is set, where people are like alienated from the means of production of their food. So a lot of people don't grow their own food. They don't have land to grow their own food on because of like the way that the housing system works under capitalism, you know, and private kind of land hoarding, etc., etc. So people, they don't have any land to grow food on. They don't know how to grow their own food. So we aren't taught skills like, foraging or gardening, or how to, recognize which mushrooms are safe to eat. These kinds of skills, basic life skills, right? And we might be too busy to know how to cook and things like that. So these kinds of skills are things that a lot of us don't know because of capitalism. So people find themselves in this situation where they really need to know how to do construction, how to grow their own food, how to this, that, and the other, right? But these are things that we don't really know because capitalism has alienated us from them, and it's done that for a reason, right? Like obviously for the profit motive, but also because alienating us from the means of production of our food, of our housing, these basic things that humans need, means that we're dependent on companies. So we can't grow food because we don't have the skill and we don't have the space and the land, so we have to buy from the supermarket, and we have to buy a house because of this, that, and the other. We have to do, and there are ways that people resist this. So that's a reason why things like squatting movement is an interesting, an important part of the housing justice movement, to show that actually this whole system is made up and we can just take back housing. As well as things like tenants unions and kind of trying to mobilize collectively against that. People build co-ops, as well as doing squatting and stuff like that as well, but also a lot of people increasingly learn kind of urban horticulture or horticulture, gardening and food growing generally, so that they can kind of provide for themselves and their communities without relying on the supermarket, without relying on the housing market, etc., etc. But all of this is to say, how does that impact this game? It means that, this disaster level event happened and people found themselves without the skills that they need, or even understanding how to utilize different skills to rebuild communities, to grow their own food, to build their own housing, to work as a community, to rebuild society. And as part of the reason for this is because of the way that capitalism alienates us from each other, so people aren't working collectively, but also the way that capitalism alienates us from nature and from our own basic needs and the skills that we need in order to survive, which is hunting, growing food, building your own shelter, navigating, using the stars, etc., etc. So things like that as well. Thank you, Fatal Rhythms. I try. Eventually they're going to run out of food if they don't grow it. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's just attacking each other and no one settles for long, which these are all problems. Growing food requires stability and consistency that is hard to attain. Yeah, for sure. And part of the reason for that is the zombies. But a big part of the reason for that is the refusal to work collectively and the way that they're kind of behaving individualistically and stealing from each other and working against each other instead of working collectively. Because if they work collectively to build stability, then it's difficult and they will have losses, but it's something that can happen over time, right? People can always rebuild. But they need to be willing to learn and to work together in order to build that stability. And then again, there are so many ways. Again, the zombies, a wall would keep the zombies out, and then you can kind of find, if you need to leave kind of a gated or walled community, then you can find, you can map out paths, and things in order to do that. All of this stuff is obviously very, very difficult, But this is the kind of way in which people need to be thinking of working if they're ever going to achieve like long-term stability and rebuilding of society. And it's interesting the way that that sometimes has come up in this game series, because it did kind of come up in an interesting way in Michonne, because Pete was kind of saying, you know, we need to help each other. You know, if we're going to rebuild society, we need to help each other. And I agree with that. So I'm wondering about where their protein is going to come from when all the animals die off. Yeah, the animals will continue to reproduce, so that's fine. How is this worse for animals than capitalism? It's not. Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, right? If anything, I mean, in a sense, it might be better for animals. I was thinking about them getting zombified, but we haven't seen any zombie animals, so I'm not sure if the virus actually affects animals. And Charlotte is right, there is protein in most foods. Yeah, the virus, from what we can tell, doesn't seem to affect animals. We haven't seen any zombie animals. So
I wouldn't have minded having one of these back in the day. I don't think these tires would fit the van.
no, the dog that Clem befriended did not become a zombie, as far as I remember. You're right.
What's going on in there, buddy?
I'm in a bad mood, okay? I want it to go away, but it won't. I just wish we weren't always on the road. I like being with other people. Just, we're in that car for so damn long. The AC hasn't worked in ages, and then it ate my last damn tape. I know. Get over it. But I just can't. I don't know. Maybe just leave me alone.
Okay. But if you want to talk later, I'm around.
I understand. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. People need people.
This one looks promising.
And imagine being stuck with your family in a car forever. No. It is shit being a teenager. He also doesn't really have any, like, power in this situation, because he's not... I don't think that he's, like, being allowed to make decisions in the family in the same way and stuff. And yeah, he is allowed to have feelings. Totally. As a teenager, everyone just sees you as a problem. Yeah, it's real. Well, like Javi was saying it earlier, right? Like, oh, it's hormones, he's a teenager, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, no, that's not what's going on, actually.
Too risky to search up there. Doesn't look stable. Looks like there's more to see up here.
Any luck?
Some. But not enough. Gabe? Hey, Gabe. Let's go take a look over there.
Gabe, stay close to Javi. Got it?
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Hey, look. There's one they never took to pieces.
Good catch. Shit. It's locked. All right. Here goes nothing. Fuck yeah.
Being isolated from your peers would really suck, and I feel like the adults aren't considering that. Yeah, I think you're right, Faye.
Look at all that fuel. This is gonna take a while. Locked. Oh well. At least it had some gas.
Let's look around a little bit.
Oh, shit! Looks like it came from in there. Gabe, stay close.
He doesn't seem like an actively bad kid. Removing himself from the situation when he's feeling shitty is actually quite a mature thing to do. Yeah, I agree. He doesn't want to like lash out at people, and but he can't just stop feeling his feelings, and also like the things that he's upset about are like valid. No, he hasn't raised his voice so far.
Might be able to get in through the hatch. Locked. Looks pretty run down. Not gonna be able to pry this open. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't want to judge too soon, but I'm inclined to agree. So, from what I've seen so far, I don't know if Kate seems like a particularly good parent, but to be clear, not because of the weed. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree, from what we've seen. But
ransacked a long time ago.
We'll see how it goes. Because of it, not because of the weed, but because of how she talks about him and doesn't seem to have much empathy for him. Yeah, and also how she seems to talk to him. But again, we haven't seen loads about it, so hoping it's just a bad day, yeah. Me too.
Gabe, come check this out.
Not the cleanest place.
Well, no muertos at least.
Muertos. That's what they're calling these zombies.
Just be careful.
It's really interesting because a lot of people have different names for the zombies. This is the first time we've heard one in another language. Muertos, for people who don't know, means like it would basically mean like the dead ones in Spanish.
Wow, this place is decked out.
I don't know Spanish, disclaimer, but I know like that. I do know that. I know like a couple of words that I've heard.
Looks pretty
and
comfortable.
Stuff. That's it.
And pretty gross.
Are you kidding me?
Lucky for you, they put enough preservatives in this stuff to last for centuries. There's enough food in here to keep us going for a long time.
Kate has this, I don't want to be a parent, I just wanted to marry this guy and he happened to have children vibe. Yeah, what she was saying about not changing herself to be a stepmom was interesting. You gotta change your priorities a little bit, right? Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. I think sometimes there's a lot of like, oh, like I shouldn't have to change myself to be with another person. And it's like, well, you do have to change for other people like a little bit. And if your husband has children, then you have to be prepared to take on being a mother. It's as simple as that. And being a mother changes your priorities. Maybe it doesn't change who you are as a person, whatever that means, but something about you has to change, and that's just a fact of life.
Oh, check it out. This is actual honest-to-God pudding!
Seriously?
And it's not just food. There's a mattress, there's blankets.
Someone else's mattress, someone else's blankets. We need to just take our gas and get on the road.
This place does have a funny feeling about it. And if muertos were to somehow surround us...
Great. Now I'm officially creeped out.
Come on, one night. We bunk down, eat a real meal.
It would be nice not to sleep in the van for a change.
Please?
The herd is coming, if it's not here already. We should go and get ahead of it, before it's too late.
The fence is reinforced. We'll be fine. We found this. Why can't we just enjoy it?
Javi, can
I
we?
kind of want to side
could
with the
stretch
children
out,
on this.
Sleep well for once?
Come on, you know it's not a big deal. We've got guns. We can protect ourselves.
The kids are right. We deserve a little break from the van.
Yes!
Kids, go wild. Just stay indoors and keep your ears open. Just in case.
Cool.
You can have your own.
She's really unhappy with that.
I don't know how I always end up being the mean stepmom, and you get to be the cool uncle. We should be able to switch roles now and then. Keep the kids off balance.
Look, it's just a nice break. We get to spend the night with 4 walls instead of 4 wheels. I think we deserve that.
Whatever. It's fine. Grab some gas. We're out of here in a few hours.
Hey, wait, but you...
You're the cool one, remember? She'd expect it from you.
What the fuck do you think you're doing with our gas? Go on, speak up!
I'm sorry, man. Look, it's just a can. We needed it really bad.
I fucking knew it. There's more than just you out here.
Ooh, okay, before that probably escalates really quickly. My stepdad has talked to me before about how it was an adjustment figuring out how to be a parent, but he still did it. That's very healthy. That's very good. Also, to be fair, what Kate is talking about is a bit gendered. I was thinking that as well, and this is part of why I'm like, okay, I'm reserving judgment, you know, because it's so soon and we're getting to know these characters and how they relate to each other and stuff. Because it is often true that, like, I don't know, like a mother is the bad guy and a father is like the cool one. You know, I think that women are treated with a lot more there's a bit of a double standard, and women are seen with a lot more like severity in terms of like who they should be and what they should sacrifice to be a parent, and if that means that the kids don't always like them and stuff, then the dad can step in and be like, I'm the fun, cool one. And those associations can kind of be made sometimes in a very gendered way. But, yeah, we'll see.
You ain't the loner type. I can tell. I know you got people.
No, I'm alone. Honestly, people just slow me down.
You just said we, you lying fuck. We!
You
Fan
got
out,
caught
look
in
for
the
the
lie.
others.
Shouldn't have done it.
Lonnie, you're with me.
That was bad. That was stupid of me.
Hey! You assholes in there! I got your boy! You don't want him getting shot, you best come out there careful with your hands up. Go on, you first. You get ambushed by your own people, that shit's gonna make my day. Open it real slowly. Don't fuck around with me, boy. Looks like you and your friends had a real feast, huh? You can't just take what you like. I don't roll over like that.
Look, we hardly took any. Really, someone must have been here before us.
Look, I get it, all right? You're starving. Who the fuck is it? At the end of your rope, thought you hit pay dirt. Honest mistake. But I got this sneaky fucking feeling that you're full of shit. I ain't gonna let it be like the last time some assholes rolled on us. Keep an eye on this dickhead. I'm gonna grab some cuffs.
You got it. Just chill, okay? No need to make this any harder.
Look, your buddy's not thinking straight. So let's talk, okay? You and me, we can get this sorted out.
No, it's his call. Look, man, this doesn't have to go. The fuck was that noise? What you got hiding under there, boy? If you know something, you better spill it. You don't want me finding out for myself.
Come on, man, what else? There are muertos down there. There were a bunch of them outside, too.
The dead, huh? Well then, we better take care of that, shouldn't we?
Guys, get the fuck in here!
Holy shit!
Why did you drop the gun, man?
You have to pay for what you done here.
Shit. Charlotte saying she is kind of their solo parental figure now, kind of. So in 4 years, you'd have hoped she might have taken on a bit more responsibility. That's true.
Hey, my family, where are they? What did you do with my family? Fucking asshole.
Just do us both a favor and pretend you're still asleep. I wouldn't start talking if I were you. You're lucky we do things a certain way. I'm already tempted to put a bullet in your brain for what you did to Lonnie back there. If we start talking, I'm gonna get angry.
What happened to him was an accident.
Yeah, right. Keep talking, we might find ourselves in a similar accident. You get what I'm saying?
Please, you have to believe me. We were just...
Not another word, or God help me, I'll put you to sleep myself. We still got a haul ahead of us, and I'm not about to listen to you. What the hell?
Oh.
Stop! Stop!
Oh, shit! No, no, no!
Hey!
I just went out to get my food out of the oven and then they were threatening him at gunpoint. So we've been separated from Kate and the kids.
Yeah.
They knocked Javi out, and then we were in a truck.
All right.
That's good. Just keep looking forward.
Clem!
Look, I'm no threat to you, okay? I surrender.
Well, that's obvious.
She will remember that.
Seeing how you didn't shoot that guy. Okay, now don't do anything stupid.
Clem!
Because I'm not as nice as you. I won't hesitate.
That's my girl! She's all grown up.
You're a kid. Whoa, wait, did you do that? With the tree?
I was trying to stop the truck.
The she.
Oh, shit.
What do you need the truck for?
To drive. Put your hands up and close your eyes.
Look, I'm the victim here.
We're all victims.
Oh, so it's okay for you to rob me?
This is payment for saving you.
Hey, that's for my niece. She loves chocolate more than anything. I promised it to her. Please.
Keep your eyes closed and count to 100 before you go.
Wait, just... My family. I need to get back to them. We were attacked, and I don't... Look, I just need to know where I am.
Okay, before we continue, I'm having... obviously, my girl Clem is back, loves to see her. But also, I was just thinking about that interaction, and I was like, is that interaction different based on how you played Clem and how you played Lee? Which is to say, if we do play this whole game as Javi and Clem is a different character, then is Clem's behavior going to, like, be influenced by how you played her earlier in the game? Because maybe there's a scenario where, like, she takes the chocolate bar anyway, even if I say that and things like that. That's going to be really interesting to see.
We were driving down the 522, and that's when we found the junkyard. They're still there. I need to get back to them.
I know where that is. You said you were driving?
In our van, yeah.
I'll take you to the junkyard, if you let me have your van. I get you there in one piece, then I drive away.
That van is our home. It's all we got.
That sounds like a no.
How about you just give me directions like a normal person?
How about I shoot you and take the van anyway? This is a better deal for you. Let's go.
Is really necessary?
I don't know you. I don't trust you. And I'm not taking any chances. So it's safer for both of us if you're tied up.
Hey, that's fine with me. I don't trust you either.
Glad we understand each other.
The name's Javier, by the way. People call me Javi.
Clementine.
Well, thanks for not killing me, Clementine.
Don't thank me yet.
Getting that musical motif again.
You're good at that.
Jane's trick.
Look, you don't want to talk? Fine. But how about you give me that gun back so I can at least defend myself?
For all I'd know, you'd turn around and use it on me.
You give me a weapon, we can protect each other.
I give you a weapon, I can't take my eyes off you. At least this way I know what I'm up against.
Muertos. The herd caught up with us.
Muertos.
What do you call them?
Walkers.
Or what do you call the ones that run?
They're all fucking walkers, okay? Look, I'm not used to being around other people. Not for a while, anyway. Usually, it's just me on my own.
Sounds kind of lonely if you ask me.
Well, I didn't ask you. And, anyway, I prefer it like that.
What about Jane and AJ?
So, who's at this junkyard?
My brother's kids. And his wife.
It's impressive, surviving this long. Not sure how you did it. Just keeping everyone together like that.
Well, I didn't do it alone. My, Kate helped. She did most of the work, actually.
Sounds nice. Having a partner.
It is. How about you? You must have been pretty young when this shit started.
I was. But some people looked out for me, too.
What happened to them?
Same thing that happens to everyone.
Oh, Clem.
Shit.
We can't stay here. There's a town up ahead. We can stay there until the herd passes. Otherwise, we're walker food.
We can't make a detour. I need to get to my family.
And I need that van. But right now, you have to trust me.
Oh, you mean the way you trust me?
Don't make me regret this. Come on!
Okay. This is interesting. I'm curious about what's going on with her, like whether or not she's still with Jane and AJ, and
there!
because she's saying that she's on her own, but is she really, or is it like the three of them?
Get to the gate! Let's keep going.
Maybe
they'll open up.
Maybe her and Jane split up at some point or something.
Hey!
Open up!
Okay.
I can't open the gate till you clear them out. Can't risk it.
Fuck! These bullets won't fire.
Get your ass inside.
Hey.
Come on now.
Behind the head. Whoa! And there's a person on a horse.
Damn it, Francine. One of these days, those doors are gonna close, and your ass will be on the other side.
Yeah, and when that day comes, Trip, I promise I'll eat you first.
She's got a horse!
Clementine, right? You staying a while this time?
No. Once the walkers pass, I'm taking this guy to a junkyard off the highway.
My family might be trapped there, hiding from some very bad dudes.
Well, shit. I'm truly sorry to hear that. This herd rolled in pretty quick. We're hoping it's gone just as fast. So, just keep your heads down and steer clear of trouble. You got me? There's too much going on outside the walls tonight.
We'll be cool. Just need a place to ride out the herd, that's all.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to that. And I wouldn't recommend changing your mind. If you want to hang on to all your teeth, that is.
Okay, no need to threaten me.
Now head on in. I got shit to do.
Well, welcome to Prescott.
Not Prescott. Yeah, I mean, I'm not having, like, the greatest time
It's a pretty cool place, actually.
in life at the moment,
Built from an
but
old airstrip, I guess.
glad to be
The
hanging
people,
out.
on the other hand, they're not my favorite.
Okay, interesting. Just reading back the chat. Fucking Prescott. Hi, Cos. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. I really had a question in my mind now that there is a horse. Do dead animals become walkers? We actually were talking about that earlier, and so far we have not had any evidence to the effect that dead animals become walkers. So I think they're actually good. Welcome, Cause. It's nice to see you. Yeah,
Usually I'm in and out as quick as I can manage.
Okay.
Not exactly an option this time, though.
Hey, what's the problem? You have some sort of history here that I should know about?
Not really. I know what people are capable of.
That's true. You do.
Hey, Javi. What's up?
My family. They're still out there. In the middle of all that.
If you guys made it this long, I'm sure, they'll know what to do.
Hopefully.
Let's go. This way.
Never played this game, only really played season 1 and 2. Nice. Okay. So I am going into this like on purpose, don't want to know loads, don't want to look up loads because I just want to experience things fresh. I thought that maybe we would be playing Clementine, but we're not playing as Clementine at the moment. We're playing as this guy Javi, who's with his dead brother's wife and his dead brother's children. And we just met Clementine, but we're not playing as her at the moment, which is quite interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the universe explanation for why the
I gotta see a guy about some
animals don't become walkers are, but we haven't seen any animals become walkers so far. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Jeez. I haven't been in a place like this since, well, it's just like the old days.
Listen, I gotta take care of something. Hang tight.
Well, wait. What should I do?
I don't know. Why don't you make some friends?
Oh, my girl Clem! No, I'm enjoying this so far. I'm interested, I'm compelled, but I can't pretend that I didn't want to play as Clementine some more.
Looks like someone's in the middle of a game.
God, imagine zombie wolves and bears. That would be rough. This place has such a Fallout vibe.
Not really my game. I think Gabe used to play though.
Chess is fun. What are you talking about? Yeah, this place has a real Fallout vibe, huh? Rest in peace, arcade game. I think the game makers wanted to give the players a break from Clem and have time for different character developments. Yeah, it's fair enough. I don't necessarily think that it was a bad choice, but I think that I've become so attached to Clementine now that I just really wanted to play as her again. But I'm glad to see her again, even though we're not playing as her, and it will be interesting to see the difference, like now that we're not playing her, what it will be like to interact with her as a character.
Play your hand. You're gonna lose, but you don't have to do it in slow motion.
Don't try and rush me. I know your game.
This is my game. Clearly.
Always a smart ass. Well, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, we still might get to play as Clementine. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I finally finished the Fallout show. It's really good. Yeah, it's great. I really love the Fallout show. And I am a huge Fallout fan, like, of the games. I started a New Vegas playthrough several months ago, and I've been stalling on the ending because I can't decide whether I want to go independent or NCR, because it will be my first time finishing a playthrough of New Vegas. But, yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, you again. You got some moves, I'll give you that.
Hold on a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere?
I don't know. Maybe.
Garcia. Javier Garcia. For what it's worth, I think you got screwed on the gambling thing. A lifetime ban. Shit.
Huh.
Should have had a 20-year career. The way I see it, nothing wrong with betting on yourself to win.
Oh.
And that got a lifetime ban?
Honestly, I don't even think about it anymore. Past is the past.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Anyway, I'm Conrad. This here's Francine.
He runs the place? I just take his money.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm just letting you win.
Oh, actually, if you're the gambling type, game's poker. 5-card stud.
I'll race you.
What do you think? Should I call or should I fold?
Don't get too intimidated. I lose more often than I care to admit. Though all it takes is one good hand.
He's bluffing. He's got bullshit written all over.
Is that a fact?
All right, I think I'll listen to the man. Call.
Moment of truth. Flip 'em. Oh my. Ain't that a pretty sight? Good looking hand there, but not good looking enough.
God damn it.
Shit, sorry.
And thanks for playing. Let me get you a drink for the assist. On the house.
Damn.
Bottoms up.
Wow, man, this smells like turpentine.
That's the weak stuff.
Don't turn away from me. I'm talking to you.
Oh, shit. Hey, what's the point in...
One sec, before shit goes down again. I never played Fallout, but I also enjoyed this show. Yeah, it's a really good adaptation. I think what they did in terms of adapting the games was really, really interesting. Playing New Vegas as well, there are some particular interesting links because the show is it's in the NCR, right? It's so New California Republic, and the NCR in New Vegas, it's a little while before the TV show, is kind of trying to take over Nevada territory as well. It's quite an interesting dynamic. There's a lot to unpack about those kinds of things. Maybe someday I'll stream some Fallout on the channel. Loved the Fallout show as a fan of the games. Utterly silly. Walton Goggins clearly having the time of his life. A lot of fun, yeah. I think my only criticisms about this show are... I want to kind of reserve judgment until seeing more seasons, but I think that it was kind of annoying the way that they dealt with, like, communism in that show, because Walton Goggins' character kind of represents this very, like, libertarian, quintessential, like, American individualist, like, capitalist type, right? Like, he's all about individual freedom and, like, the values of, like, libertarian America, and he's very, like, kind of like the wet dream of, like, a American capitalist in a lot of ways, right? And that's kind of represented him through him being kind of the Hollywood star, like, cowboy loner figure archetype, and then also the ghoul, and the way that the ghoul kind of represents that ideology surviving into the apocalypse and all of that kind of thing. And I find the dynamic between having his character and then having Lucy really interesting, because I enjoy how Lucy kind of represents the triumph of optimism, and how optimism is not necessarily something foolish or something that makes you weak, but is kind of a value that can make you strong and that can overcome certain things. That's something I really enjoy about the show's take on some of the themes. But I think the way that the character of Moldaver is, like, very anti-capitalist in a lot of ways, because of, I mean, the way that, you know, like, hyper-capitalism in terms of, like, Vault-Tec and these kinds of corporations are represented in the Fallout universe, and part of the reason for Fallout is kind of satirizing this kind of, like, late-stage capitalism after the kind of nuclear paradigm kind of started to shape it. But the way that, you know, Walton Goggins is like, oh, you fucking communist? And she's like, no, I'm not a communist, and like, blah, blah, blah. And I think that they dealt with that in kind of a messy way, but I think the show is really quite interesting, and it's, especially because like a lot of like apocalypse television is boring in terms of how like individualist and nihilist it can be, and I think the Fallout television show has really gone in a different direction. It's like funny, it's satirical, but it's also like genuinely quite hopeful, and yeah, no, it's a good time. It's a really, really good time. I saw someone on TikTok, I think, talking about it as an adaptation and saying that you can read like Lucy Maximus and the Ghoul as being 3 different play styles. Like, for example, my current run of Fallout New Vegas, I'm the Wasteland Savior, so I'm basically kind of like playing like a maybe like a chaotic good, or even not necessarily a lawful good type, but yeah. And so I'm definitely very much in that kind of play style. But Fallout is a game, especially if we're talking about New Vegas in particular, it's a game that has a lot of possibilities for how you can play it and a different play experience you can have, which is really, really fascinating. Yeah. Sorry. Having a whole ramble about Fallout. If you like the TV series, I definitely recommend trying to play the games. Very much a 1950s Reds Under the Bed type atmosphere. Yeah, I think it could have gone like a little bit further in terms of like, you know, critiquing that kind of McCarthyism, though. I would have loved a few more episodes per season to give it more space to grow. I think that's a good idea. The line, I'm not communist, that's just a word they use to describe people who aren't insane, is weird. Agreed. Yeah, that was the full line. Thank you for reminding me of it. I hated that. Yeah, like I don't want to call myself queer because people use it as an insult. Yeah, sort of maybe in that category of things. Definitely betraying like a deep misunderstanding of what communism is, even though it's like a really quite a good critique of capitalism and especially like late stage hypercapitalism, and it's like, what was I gonna say? It's actually quite optimistic about the like the you know the good of humanity kind of persevering, you know. But it could go further in that regard. I think there's a deep misunderstanding of what communism is. So yeah, that would be my only kind of critique about it. But I'm a huge lover of the Fallout franchise. It's actually interesting because I think that some of these things, you can really see it with Walton Goggins' character. I think a lot of people who follow that libertarian point of view actually really like Fallout. So Fallout has like a more left-leaning fan base, and then it also has like a quite conservative fan base for people who don't necessarily read it as like satirizing late-stage capitalism, but as like valorizing kind of like a hyper-masculine libertarian individualism. It's giving the Amazon Prime overlords decided they didn't want the show to seem pro-communist. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's also the Amazon Prime overlords, right? Yeah.
Talking when I already told you a deal is a deal, and it's done.
What's going on?
This guy ripped me off. I traded him a crate of perfectly good batteries, and he gave me a box of bullets that won't fire. He could have gotten both of us killed.
Oh yeah? And who the fuck are you, a bodyguard or something? 'Cause I don't scare easy, all right? And I don't respond to threats, neither.
She doesn't need a bodyguard. She can take care of herself. Believe me.
Well, you can't even prove those are the bullets I traded you.
Oh, hey, Clem, come on.
He knows the bullets don't work. Listen to him. He's not even nervous. I could have died because of his bullets.
Fucking believable.
Look out!
Hey, listen. Let's all cool down, huh? You were acting crazy, I was too. We just got a little out of hand. That's all.
Just give me what I'm owed.
Jesus. You gotta get her under control, man.
Shut up.
This ain't no way to do business.
We had a deal.
Listen, she's my girl.
Okay,
I got her
so,
back
hey,
no matter
we'll
what.
trade back. I'll find some batteries.
I don't need batteries. What I need are bullets that won't get me killed.
Oof.
Oh no. Oh no.
Drop the gun!
Shit.
Right now!
Say he attacked you and that he was going for his gun.
I fucking warned you!
Eli attacked him. I only shot because...
Shut it! You done enough talking. Drop it.
There's a herd out there and you're firing off a fucking... What the fuck happened here?
He attacked Javi, okay? It was self-defense.
Enough from you. Did she really have to shoot?
Look at my eye, man. Of course she's telling the truth. The guy ripped her off, reached for his gun, and would have shot me if she hadn't stopped him.
See? You happy now?
God damn it. I'm putting you two under lock and key until I figure out what to do
Whoa.
with you.
Oh, hey, what? Are you for real?
As real as it gets. Now move it.
You covered for Clementine.
Got some nerve.
Girl.
Man, you're fucking up my bar.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
I'd have punched your fucking lights out. Both of you.
She doesn't know me, but I got her.
was a grade A certified dipshit. I'll even have someone come take a look at that cut.
Hey, thanks for having my back at the hangar.
Not him being like, we gotta calm down after trying to stab Javi. No, for real. Sorry, you escalated the situation. Yeah.
That was cool of you. I wasn't sure there for a minute.
Of course. Anytime. Hell, I mean, you and I are a team now.
Thanks. I mean it.
Clementine will remember that.
Don't think this makes us friends or anything.
Hello? I'm Eleanor. I'm what passes for a doctor around here. Trip sort of overdoes it sometimes. I hate that I'm treating you in a cage, like you're some feral animal.
Javier. Pleasure's all mine.
Is it now? Now, let's see about that wound. Yeah, he got you good. Try to hold still. Why is it always the pretty ones who end up causing the most trouble? As if good looks equal bad behavior or something. I've never understood it.
Are you calling me pretty?
I was talking about Eli, the dead guy.
Oh, yeah, good. Because I prefer dashing. Or debonair, maybe.
Yeah, I'll try to keep that in mind.
Okay, Javier, you little flirt.
People are saying she killed a man in cold blood. If you don't mind me asking, what did happen exactly?
She didn't kill a man in cold blood.
That they were arguing and then she went crazy over nothing?
That guy had it coming. Believe me. Karma, justice, you call it whatever you want. Fuck that bastard.
Hey, okay. If you say so. Best thing is probably for you two to leave town and get back to your group.
We were attacked earlier this evening. There were 4 of us.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. If there's anything I can do to help. Well, not that I have much to offer you, but I know a thing or two about losing family.
If you really want to help me, let us out of this cage.
Eleanor? You done yet?
Just about.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm driving you that junkyard myself. Get you out of my hair, and no one can say I didn't do right by no one.
Okay.
In the meantime, you two can sleep right here and think about what shitheads you were earlier. On my terms and on my timeline. You got me?
All right. Fair enough.
Fair enough? Go kiss a skunk's ass. I should be earning a goddamn Boy Scout badge for this.
Trip, it doesn't seem right to wait. Javi's people, they can need a medic.
Nuh-uh, no way. Not putting you in that kind of danger again.
That's not your call. Look, maybe there's another way. We've got a rear gate down at the other end of the airfield. We don't use it much, but, well, we could leave tonight.
Dean, I'm pausing right now because I have to tell you to cease and desist. Not even because you're wrong, because I think that Javi is very handsome. I think he's very, very handsome, and I like him. But I have to issue a cease and desist because because you are not allowed to call him mi amor, because that's cringe. You are not allowed to do that. That is cringe as fuck. Oh my god. Trip loves being a cop, huh? Yeah, he is giving that vibe. He is giving that vibe.
Slip past the herd, get a jump start on reaching that junkyard. If your family does need help, I'll be right there to give it.
It's too risky. And if Muertos were to somehow surround us, we...
Don't worry. It'll be fine. Anyway, think about it. I've got to check on some patients, but I'll be back in an hour.
You know, I never would have guessed she had it in
I
her.
don't care if you speak Spanish. It's cringy because you're white.
She's something.
Thing is, and maybe this sounds weird, but I still trust Trip more than I trust her.
White British, specifically, instead of white Spanish. Because that do be a thing. Sorry, I missed what Clementine said. Did she say that I should do it? Or did she say that I shouldn't do it? Because I'm kind of just, I'm with her. You know? She said she trusts Trip, but not Eleanor. Ooh, she says she trusts Trip, but not Eleanor. I'm gonna go with your instinct then, Clementine.
You're right. Trip's got more muscle, just in case. We'll wait and get a ride with him.
Glad you're finally listening to reason. You know, when I met you, I thought you'd just be another asshole like everyone else.
And to think that when we first met, you nearly blew my head off.
Yeah, guess I made the right call.
It's gonna be a while before that herd passes. We might as well get some sleep.
Good idea. I'm exhausted.
I'll get the lamp.
I guess at least she knows what Trip is like because he's not hiding anything. Yeah, I think she probably has a good instinct on that one. Oh. Oh, what's happening? Oh, what's happening? Okay. I won't be able to watch too much of the season before I'm caught up on the games, but what do you think of new Clem? What do I think of new Clem? I think it's too early to say. I'm quite interested because she was talking about being on her own, but then I'm like, what's happened to Jane and AJ? It seems like she's become a lot, like, she's become quite distrusting, which I think is a bit understandable considering a lot of the stuff that she's been through, even though when I was playing her, I was trying to, like, I don't know, within reason be like more trusting of people and like helping people. I'm curious about how interactions with Clem may or may not be different based on how you played the previous seasons as well. So that's my thinking so far. But other than that, baby girl. You know, that's my baby girl. How are you finding the time jump and the new towns popping up, etc.? Yeah, I was thinking this like situation of there being a town and it has like a bar and things like that is really interesting. And I was thinking that, you know, with time to like rebuild and understand how the zombies work and things like that, that people could start building settlements and like rebuilding society, because it's something that we've been talking about like a lot in the streams. But there seems to have been consistently, like when we find these settlements, there's a lot of rules and there's a lot of policing and it's very strict and it's very like violent overall. So there isn't like a lot of stability or a feeling of like community and support and things like that. When you spend any amount of time with Kenny, it's hard to trust anyone, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. Also, the shit Jane pulled. Our little Clem is a survivor now. Yeah, baby girl is all grown up. Clem was straight up shot and left for dead, so yeah. Yeah, I think that it makes a lot of sense that she would find it hard to trust people. But it looks like we're getting Clem POV right now.
I'm sorry. I know it sucks.
Wow. Jane, you look way different.
I haven't been sleeping well lately.
I've noticed.
So many people died here. So many ghosts. Sometimes they're all I think about. Especially during the night.
Ghosts don't scare me. They don't have teeth. Or guns.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, look, Goofball. It's you. Alvin Goofball Jr. Can you say Goofball?
You know, he does need a middle name. His parents, they never got a chance.
You think?
Go on. Pick one. No time like the present.
How about Lee? He would have loved this little guy.
I was just thinking Jamie was pretty cool. For a boy or a girl.
Jamie, that was your sister.
Yeah. I used to think that if I was ever picking out names, Anyway, the deal was ink first, then a perimeter sweep.
But I just checked it a few days ago.
We're on our own here, Clem. And after that asshole family we let in made off with half our food, we can't take any more chances. It won't take long.
You worry way too much.
Worry keeps you fed, Clementine. So get to it. I want you to be prepared. For anything.
I know.
I'm gonna go take a little nap. I'm, not feeling that great.
I don't know if I think that Jane does look like Harry Styles. She's too butch. Which I mean as a compliment. But also I'm very biased against Harry Styles. I hate Harry Styles.
Jane?
Oh dear.
If you're not feeling well, I can bring you something. Oh my god!
Oh my god. that's really fucking dark. I guess that would have been Luke's baby. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It makes sense that she could have gotten a pregnancy test because it used to be a supermarket, the place they're staying. Yeah, sorry, there's a lot of, oh, poor Jane in the chat, which, yeah, poor Jane. Lee told her to stay. Something I noticed playing this is how there's a whole ass town, but it seems Clem doesn't stay there, even resorting to robbing people rather than staying. Maybe because Lee told her to stay away from cities. But it's not really a city. That is a dialogue option in episode 5 when Lee is dying and you're playing as Lee. You can tell Clementine to stay away from cities, which I did. So yeah. She saw all the shit that happened with Rebecca, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense, Charlotte. Jane did. Yeah. Fuck. I hated this scene. It felt quite cheap to me after everything that happened in season 2. But they had to make the different endings converge. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this happening. I'll have to chew on it. Yeah, maybe her behavior is influenced by what Lee told her.
Hey, Clem. We almost there. Hey, Clem.
Yeah, we're close.
I gotta say, I hope your people are safe and sound. Eleanor asked me before we left to make sure of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir. So that's what I'm gonna do. Though why she went to bat for you, I've got no idea. I mean, she hardly even knows you. And you don't know her, for that matter. Makes a guy wonder, you know? Nothing to say, huh? I guess that's gentlemanlike of you.
I think it makes sense what Jane
Guys,
did.
That's the place.
I would have at least tried to see if I could find some abortion pills first, but I can't judge. It's a tough world. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, she could have tried to have an abortion, but her options would have been very limited. Maybe she did try to have an abortion. I don't know. Don't know.
Oh, shit.
What a mess.
Jesus. Must have been hundreds of them.
Kate's good in a crisis. She'd know how to get shelter.
What's that?
Mariana's tape player. Mariana? Mariana, are you here?
Javi!
Oh my god. You're safe. I can't believe it.
You told me where to hide. I just listened to what you said. Lock yourself in and don't come out, not even once it's quiet. It kept running through my head like on a loop.
You did exactly what you should have done. I always knew you were a smart kid.
Thanks. It was scary at first, but once the muertos couldn't see me anymore, they just passed by.
Kate and your brother, where are they?
We got pulled apart when that huge bunch of muertos showed up. Kate yelled that they were gonna try to make it back to the van.
And that's where we're headed.
Let's go find your brother, sweetheart.
Oh no. No sign of them. They must have seen it like this, then gone someplace else to hide. Kate.
They're trapped in there.
Mariana, stay back.
Fuck, okay.
Javi, you found us.
Hey, it's okay. I got you.
You happy to see me?
I'm happy to see all of you. Happy you're all okay.
Another couple of minutes. We might not have been. But then, you showed up. Just when it really mattered.
Yeah, well, that's kind of my thing.
I wanted to come after you. I swear I did.
You don't have to snot all over my shirt about it.
I thought we were dead. Like, never gonna see you again dead. We only had a couple bullets left. Oh, I thought we were done for.
You're still alive, aren't you? So is Kate. So is Mari. That's all that matters.
I was just so scared.
I'm here now. You don't have to be scared. Hey, you hurt yourself.
I didn't kiss Kate because that seemed very inappropriate. I think that I would have considered kissing Kate, but it seems inappropriate because she's my dead brother's wife. I know it's been a while, but there's that. And also earlier when I was kind of flirting with her a little bit, she didn't seem into it. So, yeah. And it also just seemed like a very inopportune moment as well. So, yeah. I don't know if there's going to be other opportunities to try exploring that because I'm very interested in the possibility of that and how it would go and things like that. So if it is an option, I would actually potentially explore that. But, okay, Dean. You're just thirsting over every man you see, is what I'm getting. I think Clem made the right call. You gotta admit Tripp is kind of a real one, risking himself to help everyone here. Yeah. Scrolling back. My feeling is given the determined hardcore survivor character set up with Jane, I think she would have tried to deal with it at least at first. I can understand why she would do it, but it's a sudden shift to me. Yeah, I mean, I think that you could interpret that maybe she did try to deal with it, and that's something that Clementine didn't know or see, and then she only took her own life when she, knew about it. But it does feel potentially like a sudden shift, or not necessarily in character, so I can see what you guys are getting at. I do feel like she said something about what she would do if she got pregnant in season 2, and it was to that effect. She might have done, yeah. I would need to play that again or go back and see. But I think that it does kind of make sense. I think maybe it happened a bit too quickly, in terms of how it was delivered in this game. But I think that it works as a character arc for her.
Must have scraped it in the truck. Didn't even notice.
Hey, at least it's not a bite. Well, not much we can do about it here.
I've got a lady friend who's a doctor. Soon as we get back to Prescott, she'll patch you right up. I'm Tripp, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We should be getting back. Don't want to push our luck.
Who's the kid with the gun? She have a name you want to share with us?
Clementine's a friend.
Hi there. Glad I was able to help.
Well, we're very grateful to you. Really.
There's a town nearby. It's safe.
I like the sound of that.
Oh my god. Javi, do they have hot water?
I got...
Even, like, lukewarm water would be okay.
Oh.
Ugh.
Sorry, I think I've...
And bubble bath. Wouldn't bubble bath be amazing?
I think I've messed up the game.
Think so. Right, Trip?
Well, I guess you'll find out.
I thought you'd been...
Guys, what is happening? Sorry. Things are glitching out.
To this place.
I have. I didn't have much time to relax in my jacuzzi suite, you know?
Okay, well hopefully it auto-saved. Can you imagine if it didn't? Continue episode 1. Okay. Hopefully it loads at the right place. Okay, it's loaded a little bit earlier, which is fine. I can just get through this QTE bit and then... Oh, maybe I should kiss Kate. Do you think I should try kissing Kate now that I've reloaded? I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit chaotic. Now I'm like, am I gonna get the opportunity again?
Javi, you found us.
Hey, it's okay. I got you.
You happy to see me?
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Kate will remember that.
Gross.
Come on. I think we get a pass.
I wanted to come back.
Okay, interesting.
I swear I did.
You don't have to snot all over my shirt about it.
I thought we were dead. Like, never gonna see you again dead. We only had a couple bullets left. I thought we were done for.
There's no way I would let that happen.
Yeah, well, you weren't here. The herd showed up and Mariana was gone and we were waiting and waiting and then... I was just so scared.
I'm here now. You don't have to be scared. Hey, you hurt yourself.
Must have scraped it in the truck. Didn't even notice.
Hey, at least it's not a bite.
Sorry, Dean, there is no
much we can
option
do
to
about it
kiss
here.
Trip.
I've got a lady friend who's a doctor. As soon as we get back to Prescott, she'll patch you right up. I'm Trip, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We should be getting back. Don't want to push our luck.
Who's the kid with the gun? She have a name you want to share with us?
Clementine's a friend.
Hi there. Glad I was able to help.
Well, we're very grateful to you. Really.
There's a town nearby. It's safe.
I like the sound of that.
Oh my god. Javi, do they have hot water? Even, like, lukewarm water would be okay. Ugh, and bubble bath. Wouldn't bubble bath be amazing?
I think so. Right, Trip?
Well, I guess you'll find out.
I thought you'd been to this place.
I have. I didn't have much time to relax in my jacuzzi suite, you know?
Between you and me, these kinds of missions don't usually go so well. But you found every single one of your people. And you found them alive, healthy, reasonably cheerful. It's a hell of a thing.
Guess I'm a lucky guy.
Luckier than anyone I've ever met.
I mean, I don't know. I would, as if I was playing as a man,
you still owe me a working
then I would
ride.
consider kissing a
Haven't
man.
forgotten about our deal. You couldn't have known what happened to
In
your
a game.
van, but still, I need some way out of here.
I was hoping you might stay. You know, considering
Considering what?
you came all the way out here with me.
Yeah, for the van, not for... Cool.
Where is AJ though? Where's the baby? I'm wondering.
Thanks.
Shit! What the fuck?
Mari!
Shit. Poor Mari.
Really thought you could just walk back in here like nothing happened? I don't think so.
That's a child, you fucker. You just shot a child in the head.
Javi! We can't leave her!
Kate! No!
Kate!
Why do all the women I kiss in video games die?
Stop! Stop!
Javi, help! Do something, Javi! Just do something!
Go!
Jesus, I'm so...
She just...
I know, Javi, and there'll be time for all that, but not right now. Kate needs a doctor. Which means we gotta go. We got a window here, man. We gotta get a move on before they start shooting again.
I'm gonna fucking kill him! I'm gonna kill all of them!
You wanna die too? You think that's gonna help your little girl?
So what? I'm just supposed to let him live?
If you wanna do what's right for your family, you'll come with me. It's time to go, man.
We stay here and we finish this.
Are you fucking nuts? We gotta get the fuck out of here
I
right
already
now.
killed one of you. If we don't stop them, they're gonna come after your family again. Let Trip help them. You stay with me.
What? No, Javi, you have to come with us. Javi, please!
I think he should go with his family.
Trust me, Javi. We have to end this now.
No, Javi, please come with us.
I have to stay with my family.
Go. I'll hold him off. I said go.
Ugh, I hope Clementine doesn't take that badly. I appreciate what she's trying to do, but like he gotta be with, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, sad laments for Mariana in the chat. Poor girl. We loved her. We didn't know her for very long, but we loved her.
Kate? Kate, wake up! Kate!
Am I the only one who hates the expression lady friend? No, you are not. I also find that expression strange. Another strange thing about straight people. Damn, okay, that's it. That's episode 1. It sucks that they didn't get to bury her thinking about real life parallels in Palestine. Yeah, yeah. For sure, Faye. Thank you for bringing that up. I think that that's really important to bring up here as well. I'll catch up with chat in a second, but let me just go through some of these decisions. I don't know if they'll disappear when the credits disappear or not. Did you stay the night in the junkyard? You and 54.6% of players chose to stay the night in the junkyard. So it's a bit split, but leaning in favor of that. Did you shoot the driver or let him go? You and 52.2% of players chose to let the driver go. Although now, maybe I'm regretting it. What was the aftermath of the shooting? You and 94.3% of players got locked up. That's a huge, huge margin, which is really, really interesting. I wonder what option means that you don't get locked up, but I think that it's probably fucking Clementine over, which I'm never gonna do. So there's that. Who brought you to the junkyard? You and 49.7% of players went with Trip to the junkyard, so that's really split, actually. Did you escape with your family or stay with Clementine? You and 15.9% of players escaped with your family. That's actually like skewed in a way that I really didn't expect. That's such a massive margin that stays with Clementine. It's interesting as well because I am wondering if we went to the junkyard with Eleanor, we could have maybe gotten there earlier, and maybe we could have yeah, got there before any of this happened, but I don't know. I think it's because people are super attached to Clem. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense, but I was thinking that people would choose it based on that decision, but it's like, I don't know, like I think the man should be with his family if his, you know, one's dead and one's just been shot, you know what I mean? If I remember correctly, you get locked up for siding with Clem, and most players at this point are deeply attached to Clem and will probably side with her even if Javi wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that definitely influenced my decision. And I've been thinking about that, how, like, interacting with Clem when you're not playing her at this point is something that's so... If you've played the first 2 seasons, it would be so impossible not to be influenced by that. You can't really just, like... I mean, you could try to, like, play as Javi, like, how would he feel, how would he react, he doesn't know this girl, but it's really hard not to do that at this stage. Yeah, I mean, thinking about the real-life parallels in Palestine, just to take a second to talk about that, thank you, Faye, for bringing it up. It's, you know, of course, so many people are experiencing this horrific mass violence, and they can't even bury and pay respect to their family members that have been murdered by Israel. You know, bodies are in mass graves right now. Many people's haven't been identified even. They don't know what's happened to their loved one. They can't bury their loved one. It's fucking awful. Yeah. There is a fair amount of strange things about straight people. True. As opposed to all of us completely normal and sane queer people. Yeah, we are all notoriously sane, for sure. That to me seems more like staying with Clem as opposed to leaving Clem. Interesting. His whole quest was getting back to his family. I'd have chosen the same. Yeah, it just didn't really make any sense for him, and it was also like, appreciate what Clem is doing, but, you know, I think the important thing in that situation is not to try and kill all of those people, but to be with your family who need you emotionally for emotional support and also might die and need you in that sense, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's episode 1. I think I will play the next episode.